Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today I'm going to talk about a new house called Matiere Premiere. This house has created 8 fragrances so far. The earliest edition was created in 2019 and the newest is from 2020. The nose who worked on the fragrances is the master perfumer Aurélien Guichard. Today we're going to talk about Radical Rose, which was launched in 2020, and it falls under the category Amber Floral Woody. The nose behind the scent is the master perfumer Aurélien Guichard. As you all know, I have already done reviews of Falcon Leather and Encens Soif, and those two are fantastic fragrances. If you guys haven't checked those videos out, make sure to check them out. I will put the link of those videos at the end of this video. But today we're going to talk about a very high quality and gorgeous rose scent. And for some of people that are not into rose and oud but enjoy the westernized type of rose, this would be a fantastic addition to your collection or great introduction to rose fragrances. So before we start with the accords of Radical Rose, I have to say that this house, Matiere Premiere, is determined to give us pure quality scents. Every single fragrance I have sampled from this house has impressed me. Extremely high quality juices and very well blended with a very unique DNA touch, which makes all of them belong to one house, Matiere Premiere. Radical Rose really puts a smile on my face. It is a truly beautiful and stunning rose, and trust me, I'm not the only one that thinks this way. Radical Rose won the Fragrance Foundation UK 2021 Perfume Extraordinaire Award and Best Fragrance Marie Claire Award in Belgium. And there are nothing but positive reviews of this beauty all over Instagram. All right, so let's get to the accords of Radical Rose and see what we get. Make sure to stick to the end of my video and check out the unboxing of this beautiful bottle. I always put them at the end of my video. All right, so let's spray some of this and see what we get. This is so aromatic. I don't even need to bring this close. The whole house smells like Radical Rose right now. So once we get to the projection sillage, I will let you guys know because it is enormous. So, wow, it's beautiful. Radical Rose opens up with this juicy, zesty, natural rose centifolia absolute that has a deep, rich, rosy, spicy, honey-like aroma. And this specifically creates this magic in this absolute organic natural rose. It almost gives it a candied rose petals type of a nuance on the opening, which must be caused by other ingredients as well. This smells so organic, so beautiful, and something really interesting. To produce 1 ounce of Rose Absolute, approximately 60,000 roses are needed. Matiere Premiere roses are picked by expert hands every morning during exactly 30 days in May. 2020 was their second harvest. Radical Rose is the most concentrated fragrance of Centifolia Rose Absolute. The Rose Centifolia from Grasse is unique by its smell. Aurélien Guichard is the only perfumer to produce his own organic rose centifolia right next to his lab in the Grasse region, which is EcoCert certified. So, as I mentioned, Radical Rose opens up with this deep, rich, rosy, spicy, honey-like aroma, followed by this gorgeous, beautiful, earthy, sweet, musky scent, which must be coming from patchouli. It is also very warm and spicy. The bright and spicy facets of the rose are exacerbated by saffron and pepper berries. As the fragrance opens up, the dark and woodsy facet of Radical Rose become more prominent, which also are exacerbated by patchouli essence from Indonesia, Zest labdanum from Andalusia, and Vanilla Absolute. So you can imagine that besides being a rose fragrance, it is a very woody forward type of a scent, and because of labdanum and vanilla, you get this beautiful amber accord as well. On the dry down, the rose calms down quite a bit and the patchouli moves forward and blends with vanilla, labdanum, and the woody facets of the fragrance really nicely. The fragrance keeps its sweetness, but there is a fresh spiciness to it as well, which makes it very versatile. So all in all, what you get with Radical Rose, it is rose patchouli type of a scent that is warm, spicy, woody, floral, fresh, spicy, earthy, balsamic, and it has a gorgeous amber accord. Very classy, luxurious, westernized, sophisticated, and high quality, natural smelling type of a rose. All right, so a lot of people do say that this one smells like Armani Privé Rose d'Arabie by Giorgio Armani. So as you guys can see, I own both of them, and when I spray them side by side, they're nothing like each other. But do they have similarities? Absolutely. And it is definitely the rose and patchouli in both fragrances that draw some similarities to each other. Other than that, they're completely different fragrances, but they fall definitely under the same category. All right, so let's get to the notes of Radical Rose and see what we got. Top notes, we have berry pepper and saffron. Middle notes, we have centifolia rose absolute from Grasse. Base notes, we have labdanum cistus, patchouli, and vanilla absolute. All right, so let's talk about the performance and longevity of Radical Rose. Radical Rose is definitely a performer. It's definitely a head turner. It's one of those fragrances that when you walk into a room, it demands attention. I mean, it's a rose fragrance, but it's done to perfection. It's very organic smelling. It's actually very westernized. There's nothing off-putting about it, because roses, they can kind of be sometimes off-putting, but this is so beautiful. If you're into Satin Mood by MFK, you will love this one. So it's definitely a great performer. Now, as far as the longevity goes, on my skin, I get about 8 to 9 hours, and that's due to all the high quality ingredients in this fragrance. Some they get more and some they get less. But if you want it to last longer, I would definitely suggest you to spray it on your clothes. So as far as the performance and longevity goes, I would definitely give this one a high score. All right, so let's talk about the projection and sillage. As far as the projection and sillage goes, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it has an enormous sillage. On the initial spray, you get a huge projection. You get literally about 6 to 7 feet of projection. It fills out the whole house. But that literally after 30 minutes gets closer to your skin. So you get about a foot or about 2 feet of projection after half an hour, and it keeps getting closer to your bubble. And it stays very strong on your skin for about 8 hours. So as far as the projection sillage goes, I would definitely give this one a high score. All right, so let's get to the compliments of Radical Rose. I don't really need to talk about compliments because this one is a compliment monster. Again, it falls under the same category of the Satin Mood by MFK or Rose d'Arabie by Armani Privé. So this one is definitely mass appealing, but this one is very organic smelling. It has this very organic, true smell of the rose centifolia to it, which kind of separates this one from the other ones. There's nothing chemical to this to make it longer lasting. And I think that's why this one becomes so natural and becomes so mass appealing and so easy on the nose as well. So as far as the compliments goes, I would definitely give Radical Rose a very high score. All right, so let's get to the versatility of Radical Rose. Well, we're talking about a rose fragrance, but it has patchouli in it. It has definitely woodsy facet to it. So I would say you could wear this all season around. You can definitely pull this off during the heat of the summer as well. There is some fresh spiciness to it as well. And you can definitely pull this off in wintertime as well because of the warm patchouli in here. So as far as the versatility goes, I would definitely give this one a high score. And as far as where to wear this, I would say this would do great for the parties, even like let's say wedding would be doing great. Actually, clubbing would do great as well. It's a very romantic scent. I would say for dating would do great as well. So again, as far as the versatility goes, I would definitely give this one a high score. Now, let's get to the uniqueness of Radical Rose. Unfortunately, Radical Rose is not a unique fragrance. It's another rose fragrance. But what makes it unique, it's the way it's blended, its profile, the ingredients, how organic it smells like. That's what it makes it unique. And there's a DNA to it, which you can tell it's from Matiere Premiere house, which makes it also very unique. So as far as the uniqueness goes, I would give it a low to a medium score. All right, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the end of my video. That's all I have for Radical Rose. If you own this fragrance, please let me know in the comment section what's your take on it. And if you don't own it, I'm telling you, this one is an easy blind buy. It's so organic smelling. It's so mass appealing. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, westernized rose. And that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.